Here's a vlog entry for July 6th, 2007. And I know that in a previous video I had said that the hobby I was the most enthusiastic about was taking care of grapevines. Though without realizing it, I kind of lied. When I was 8 years old, I think it was when I was 8, I started having these dreams where I was aware that I was dreaming while I was dreaming. And it wasn't until this guy put a name to it that I even realized it was called something. Lucid Dreaming. Stephen LaBerge. Howard Rheingold, I don't know who he is, but Stephen LaBerge is like the biggest pioneer of the field as far as I know. So, with that inspiration, I started keeping a dream journal. This thing is old. This thing is real old. How old? July 24th, 1999. Plenty old enough, huh? There's the black woman holding the two extremely large pistols. She wasn't that scary. And there is a secret passageway that I discovered in one of my dreams. See if we can get the light any closer. It's awfully bad lighting. That's a little better. And there was that panel that lifted up, and that's supposed to be the see-through of a wall. Yeah, this took up a lot of my time in the morning. It wasn't unusual for me to spend an hour or 2 hours making an entry. What's highlighted are supposed to be things that could not happen in real life, and that was the dream with the clock theme. There was a parking meter that was actually a clock. There's the bird bath that was a clock. There's the Parthenon clock with me to scale. Did that book actually help me have more lucid dreams? Yes. Come on, there's more drawings in here. I know there is. Oh yeah. The dream about the snow monsters. The sheet with a human face. And it all took place outside in the snow. That's the point of that drawing. There is something about our brains that have built-in dream erasers. There's the sunflower dream with the helicopters. Our minds have built-in dream erasers, so that unless you record your dreams, you're not going to remember. So you could have a lucid dream and forget about it entirely. A really big recurrent theme in my dreams was having to use the bathroom. Here's where I map out this unusual area of one of my old schools. And there's one of the toilets. It was this big green basin with 4 faucets on each side. No privacy. Most of the toilets in my dreams are completely unusable in some fashion, just like that. And there is a little flesh-eating monster called the Foob. I dreamed that that thing had burrowed inside of my arm and I was trying to get it out. Entirely unpleasant. That's when the cat got lost. The cat ran away from me. Got lost in the park. There was a large structure that was never there before. That's when I was running away from a bodybuilder. And there is the bird with multiple heads that ate me alive right before I woke up. And that was the dream where my life force could be held in the palm of my hand. It looked like a little cat with a wide open mouth. And I threw it up into the air and flew away. That was fun. I remember that. When I threw it up in the air, I started seeing everything through its eyes. More drawings. We're looking for more drawings. Really fun. Here's another unusable toilet dream. It took place at school again. I must have some repressed anxiety over middle school. And the students had their own toilets, and they were built into the wall. They were these chutes They looked like laundry chutes built into the wall. Again, no privacy, and they each had a student's name above them. If it wasn't your toilet, you couldn't use it. Well, I didn't feel safe using any of those. I didn't dream that. That's just a doodle that I did. And that was the dream about the demon plants. The adult plant created the spawnling that latched on to a host, and after consuming the host, it could take the shape of the host. So a demon plant could come up to you in the form of your dog or your best friend, and then eat you alive before it was too late. After it was too late. And the slightest piece picked off would become another demon plant. And there are no more drawings. The last entry, October 27th, 2006. And one of my drawings that I did on the outside with a few cutouts inserted. And then there's the new, not quite so handmade, not quite so elaborately put together dream journal. First entry, December 28th, 2006. Good grief. Higher quality drawings. And that was yet another bathroom dream, where the building I was in had been built onto an ancient Egyptian pyramid. I was to stand guard over the bathrooms as people went in and out in case anything went wrong, because the stairs that these doors led to went down inside the pyramid. So you were down inside the ancient Egyptian tomb where all sorts of creepy things were, and I was worrying about the people going down there because I heard all kinds of strange sounds. I ended each entry with an eye. Eyes are so dreamlike. This was a zoo exhibit. It was huge and ugly and incredibly disgusting looking. Think giant, multiple-headed tube worm with tentacles. Its cage was nowhere near big enough. The heads and the necks and the tentacles extended over, and people didn't care. There are hordes of people walking around the zoo exhibit, men, women, and children, and this monster is viciously reaching over the cage and eating people alive. And I'm the only one that seemed to notice. So throughout the dream, I'm trying to stay out of reach of the heads and the tentacles. The handlebars of my bike turned into those. And that was the dream about the luminescent green dog. Nah. That's not fire. That's really, really long and airy hair that extended off of the dog. It lit up like one of those fiberglass kids' toys. One more drawing. That's where me and my friends had crafted swords out of lawnmower blades. It's awfully big for a lawnmower blade, huh? And we spend, what, a third of our life asleep, so you may as well make the most of it. Last entry, May 29th, 07. And actually, there's a video on YouTube advertising this CD. DVD, excuse me. Explorers of the Lucid Dream World. It has LaBerge in it. He's on there. There's an interview with him. And a few other people I haven't even heard of. This woman over here, she talks for an extended period about hypnagogia. It's that in-between state when you're not really asleep and you're not really awake. It happens anywhere from a few minutes to maybe a half hour before you fall asleep. It's really interesting stuff. My hypnagogia is more audible than it is things that I can see. I know that I'm about to fall asleep if I hear very nonsense, nondescript music. If that's what you decide to do, hope it works for you.